Well, this is it. After a long few months of preparation, it is time for our mid-season finale as we present Week 13's action here in Chao Racing 2016 in sunny Miami, Florida. And here to cap out one half of an exciting season is the host, Brandon Shannon. Hello, gorgeous Miami. It's a beautiful day for Chao Racing. Are you ready to have some fun for our mid-season finale? Yep, we are ready. And hello to you fans know. Well, this is our mid-season finale as we welcome you to Week 13's action here on Chao Racing 2016. We've seen a lot of action so far in this season as we prepare for our summer break. But right now, we want to present 12 races that are sure to thrill to prepare for the summer vacation. And Paul's going to tell us all about this first race. Paul, who do we have to start things off? Okay, Brandon. Starting off our mid-season finale for Chao Racing 2016. On a home Chick Master F1 Kingsley, Dallas the Master Gamano, Steven Robinson, and the computer wizard Peter Foles. Each of these Chao have just 3 wins so far this season. Let's see who will get the 4th win after a couple weeks or something. As usual, these races will be held at our favorite course of our Emerald course, the Emerald course. Good luck to our first group of participants, and let's have a Chao race! We're on the way for our mid-season finale here in Miami, Florida. And F1 King who's going to rest. That means Dallas Master Gamano, Steven Robinson, and Peter Foles will have the opening edge. As these 3 Chao are heading towards the first obstacle of the Emerald course, and that's Apollo Dreams. Each of our Chao looking for their 4th win in the season to wrap up the first half. Which one of them will get their 4th win, we'll find out soon enough. As the first to start against Miras on this year's mid-season finale is Dallas the Master Gamano, as a couple of Chao are going to rest. Now he's battling with Steven Robinson for the lead at the cup win. And right now F1 Kings is getting left behind in the competition. And it looks like number 2 is going to rest. So F1 Kingsley will be able to pass number 2 and leave him for dear life as he gets speed boost number 2 at this race, and he passes number 8 because he is going to rest. So now he moves up to 6th place on the pack. Right now Steven Robinson trying to defend the lead over Peter Foles right now, and who will get the next command speed boost? It's number 2, and he flies down the aisle. He should be back in this one. Now battling with a couple of Chao. And right now, number 1 is getting the process for a moment, as he will get the next command speed boost, leaving the other Silver Chao and F1 Kingsley in the dust. Right now, Steven Robinson is in the lead, followed by Peter Foles in 2nd, and Dallas the Master Gamano in 3rd place. Steven Robinson trying to get his 4th win of the season. Will he make it happen, or will Peter or Dallas pass for the win? We'll find out soon. Next race belongs to number 2. That's his 2nd speed race in the race. And he jumps to 4th place. He leads up in the 4th Steven Chao. Right now, F1 Kingsley and number 8 are both battling for the line. Which one of them got the next speed boost? It's F1 Kingsley. That's his 2nd speed boost in the race. Now leaving number 8 in dead meat here. Poor number 8 won't get any speed boost every now and then. He is going to push the wall, so he is going to be all alone in last place, fighting for survival. As next speed boost we made by the computer wizard Peter Foles, who is battling with Dallas Master Gamano, now battling with Steven Robinson as the 3 Chao heading toward home stretch. I think Steven Robinson is going to hold on for the victory, don't you think? Yep, Steven Robinson should get his 4th win of the season, as number 7 takes the next command speed boost, battling with Silver Chao, and F1 Kingsley still trying to stay alive. Steven Robinson gets win number 4 of the season to close out the first half. So Steven Robinson now has 4 wins in this season, as F1 Kingsley, who really needs some help, started to close out the speed race for the opening race. With that speedy on swimming, he should be able to jump to 4th place for the pack. Yup, he jumps to 4th place. But Steven Robinson is a big winner of this race. That's right, congratulations to Steven Robinson, and we are back with the rest of this week's mid-season finale action after we find out about this sponsor message. Okay, Paul, tell us what we have for race number 2. Race number 2 will feature 2-time world champion Jason Hill, Cody Gisborough, Frank Funantaro, and the male fusionist Chao Pickles. Chao Pickle still searching for his second win of his 2016 season. The others looking for that third win of their season. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race. Here we go. Let's see who will get a win after they were having a losing streak for a while. These four are closing in on each other, and Jason Hill and Cody gets for the rest. So that means it's Frank Natal and Chao Pickles who will be battling out for the lead. Which one of them will have command? It looks like Frank Natal will have command in the lead. So he has the upper hand on the Ford Chao. And who will get the opening toss as Frank Natal heads for the water? It is Jason Hill, who won 2 titles back-to-back in 2014 and 2015, along with a tag team helmet with Nick Gimmick in 2014. He's taking the bridges at the current moment, and by now it is Cody Gispo who's flying down the water as number 8 takes speed bus number 2 of this race, still trying to stay alive, and number 2 has to the shortcut. So he leads with the competition right now. Frank Natal is sitting in at an easy second right now, as he will get the next command speed bus. He's leaving the competition in the dust. He should be able to get the win with second place if number 2 holds on. Right now it is Jason Hill and Cody Gispo who are battling for third place on the pack. We passed the 1 minute mark. As the next rest we made by the Metal Fusionist, Chao Pickles, and he doesn't need to go to rest. He's staying in the game, trying for his second win. Right now, Frank Natal is approaching the wall as Jason Hill will get another turn. Currently catching up, and he's pausing for one. That will give Frank Natal plenty of distance to seal the victory. Number 2, meanwhile, is dominating over the 8 shot right now. He's in first place of the pack, as the next burst moving made by number 8, who desperately needs some catching up every now and then, but he's still way behind in the competition. And who will get the next one? It's Cody Gispo. That's his second speed burst of the race. Right now, it looks like number 2 trying to hold off Frank Natal for an easy victory. If he wins this one, he will go to the next best standing, which is definitely going to be Frank Natal for sure. And it looks like Chao Pickles will have a number 10, trying to stay line back. Number 2 wins an easy one over Frank Natal. But Frank shouldn't have an easy lead. No one's going to catch up to Frank Natal in a hurry. As Chao Pickles takes back-to-back speed bursts, Frank Natal with second place secures his third win on the 2016 season. He was losing for a while, but now he is back on track as he closes out the first half of his season with a win. Great job by Frank Natal. And we'll be right back with more, so stay tuned. Our mid-season finale is just getting started. Welcome back from our commercial break. Who do we have next, Paul? Race number 3 will feature the famous Steel Curtain, A.R. Miller, taking on the young talented boy Fred Harrison, Charles Watson, and the next generation superstar Antonio Bennett. Good luck to the next group of participants, and let's rock this place! Alright, here they come, busting down the line. These one Chao inching in, trying to cap off the first half with an amazing victory. They've done pretty well so far this season. Who will get another victory on the board? We'll find out in just a matter of moments. And it looks like all 4 of the Chao are dancing. That means number 8 and number 7 will have command of battling for the lead. As the first superstar against Beepus is number 1, who's trying to lead the yellow competitors in the dust. And right now, number 2 is getting in last place. He's going to hit the water, and number 1 is going to rest. As Beavis, number 2, we made by number 8, who passes number 7 as he is going to rest. Right now, the 4 Chao are closing in on each other. Fred Harrison and A.R. Miller are battling for the lead at the current moment. As the next list we made by Charles Watson. He was going to rest, but now he wakes up immediately, and he's doing a hunt. Numbers 2 they are battling for the lead on the 4-0 Chao. And back on the back, number 1 transform moment. So number 7 will have Commander battling him for dear life, as number 1 will get the next command speed bus, now rejoining number 7 for dear life. Meanwhile, Ella Miller, the Steel Cutter, trying to stay above the 500 mark. He was losing for a while, but now he's back above the 500 mark. Will he stay above? We'll find out soon enough. Next bus belongs to number 2, and he easily dominates over the 4-0 Jericho Moon, approaching 130 mark of this race. And number 1 is still way behind in the competition. But who really got the next command speed bus? It's number 7, who leaves number 1 in dead meat here. And he is getting left behind. And I'm able to score the rest. So Fred Harrison will have command in the lead, with Charles Watson moving up to second place. And it looks like Fred Harrison is scoring the rest. That's the next speed bus we made by number 2, that's the second speed bus of the race, still dominating on the 4-0 Chao. Right now, Aaron Miller trying to defend the lead over Charles Watson right now, and he's suspected to hold on Charles Watson for an easy victory on the back, as number 8 gets a turn now, but that was a pity, and he's getting left behind. Number 1 is way behind in the competition, as the Steel Curtain, Aaron Miller, overpowers the pack to win an exciting one here in Miami, Florida. So he stays about the 500 mark this season. He has 8 wins heading into the summer halftime break. We'll be right back with more, right, Brandon? Right, we'll be right back with more after the break. Do not go away. With 3 races in the books, we now proceed to race number 4, Paul. That's right, and for race number 4, we have the license to drive Alvin Heaton, Glenn Murray, Adrian Rogetta, and Van Marchante of last year's runner-up team, the Luck of the Irish. Let's see what happens this time around, as our mid-season finale continues to rage on. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race. Here we go. And it looks like Van Marchante is going to rest, so let's watch Alvin, Glenn, and Adrian. These 3 will be heading towards the palm trees, where they're going to shake that coconut tree fruit. Van Marchante is getting left behind in the competition. Meanwhile, the other 3 Chao are shaking the fruit. Now they're going to eat the fruit. And Glenn Murray will have command on the lead, with Alvin Heaton, the license to drive, right on his tail in second place, catching up to it. And it looks like these 2 Chao are going to be heading for the water, as the first superstar to get speed plus is number 7, who leads on the 4-0 Chao. And right now, number 1 they are getting left behind, and number 2 transforming. He's battling with number 1, as number 1 gets speed bus number 2 this race. That will leave number 2 in dead meat here. Right now, Glenn Murray is being tailgated by Alvin Heaton, the license to drive. Will the license to drive make the pass? We'll find out soon. Next bus belongs to Adrian Rogetta, who's trying to hold on numbers 7 and 8 in a freeway battle for 4th place. Numbers 1 and 2 are still battling for dear life. We passed the 1 minute mark, and who will get the next command speed bus? It's number 2, that's who. He's leaving number 1 in the dust. Meanwhile, Glenn Murray is still trying to defend the lead over the license to drive Alvin Heaton. Van Marchante is catching up right on their tail. As the next bus we may buy, just my boys, next bus we may buy, number 1, who desperately needs catching up, and now he moves up a couple places. Right now, guess who's way behind in the competition? It's number 8, that's who. He might need a couple of speed busts to get back in this one. This is the first of them. Will we get some more, or will we in dead meat for sure? We'll find out soon enough. Back right front, Alvin Heaton and Glenn Murray are going to rest. That means Van Marchante will have command on the lead. He was way behind in the start, but now he is in the lead right now, as Glenn Murray takes the next command speed bus, trying to make the pass from Van Marchante, but I think Van Marchante is going to hold on for the victory. This will be his 5th win of the season. He has 4 wins so far. This will be his 5th win if he holds on Glenn Murray. As number 1 takes the next command speed bus, and number 8 is getting all along last place. You can tell at 1 point for Van Marchante. He gets his 5th win on the board. and he is smiling going into his summer break. Great job by Red Shante, as Adrian Jealous better to close out the speedways for the race. So Red Shante, after lugging the Irish, will finish with his 5th win in his mid-season finale. That's right, congratulations to him on a job well done. Coming up on mid-season finale will continue, but first have a look at this. Okay, Paul, we're back on my commercial break. Who do we have next? Race number 5 will feature Alan Holmes, the Bobby Mater, Bobby K, OJ Upton, or OJ Upton for short, and Nick Gimmick. The players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock, and let's rock this place. So what will happen in this race? We'll find out soon enough as these 4 shall approach the rainbow path, pressing down the line. Right now, the 4 shall approaching the first obstacle on the pearl course, meaning the emerald course, and that's the pond race. They're going to eat the fruit, and it looks like Alan Holmes will have command of the lead, because Bobby K and OJ Upton, or OJ Upton, are both dancing. So Alan Holmes will have command of the lead over the pack, and Alan Holmes is going to rest. As number 8 wins the winning toss this time around, number 12 is going to rest. And right now, guess who's way behind in the competition? It's numbers 2 and 7, that's who. These 2 really wanted to get the speed buzz to get it back in this one. Which one will get that speed buzz? It's going to be number 7 who gets it. That will lead number 2 in the dust. Right now, it is OJ Upton, or OJ Upton for short, who has a commanding lead so far in this race. As the next speed buzz will be made by... in just a matter of moments, next speedbus we made by Alan Holmes, who's battling number 1 for 2nd place on the back, and he easily holds off. Right now it is Bobby K, who is in 3rd place on the pack. Numbers 2 and 8 are getting left behind the competition. They really need some help right now, but who really got the next big command speedbus? It's the Bobby Mater, Bobby K. That's who. Right now, Nick Gimmick also really needs to catch up to do. And down he goes. That's what caused serious damage. And number 7, Parsons, more specifically, he is better to drop down to last place. As the next place belongs to Nick Gimmick. He got some help. Now he's catching up with number 1 for 4th place in the back. Right now, Bobby K and OJ Upton are battling for the lead as they approach the top of the wall. And Bobby K is going to rest. So that means OJ Upton will have command of the lead for the 2nd time in this race, as Alan Holmes will get the next command speed bus. That's the 2nd speed bus in the race, and he passes OJ Upton for the victory. And I think he's gonna hold off OJ Upton for the victory, as number 8 gets his 2nd speed bus of the race. He's leaving the yellow competitors in the dust. And numbers 2 and 7 are getting left behind in the competition here, folks. As number 2 will have the next command speed bus, Alan Holmes edges out OJ Upton to secure number 5 midway. So we're winding up with 5 wins to wrap up the first half of his 2016 season. OJ Upton came in 2nd, and Bobby K came in 3rd place. And we have just enough time for one more speed bus of this race. It will be made by Nick Gimmick. He'll wind up in 4 points on the back. Alright, Alan Holmes, you did pretty well. Congratulations on number 5 midway. And we are back with more, right, Brandon? Right. We'll be right back with more about mid-season finale after the break. Paul will be halfway there with our mid-season finale after race number 6. And you know what happens here. That's right, race number 6 will feature one half of the day's brothers, Kenny Days, Michael Garcia, Casey Bakersfield, and Amir Jackson. The players are lined up and all ready for another exciting race. So without further ado, let's have a Chao race! And off and running for race number 6, and Amir Jackson's going to rest. So Kenny Days, Michael Garcia, and Casey Bakersfield will have the opening edge. Which one of them will have control in the early run? We'll find out soon enough. As these 3 shake the palm trees to bring down that coconut shaped fruit. Now they're going to eat the fruit, and Kenny Days is dancing right now. And there goes Michael Garcia and Casey Bakersfield. These two will be battling for the lead as the first superstar against Beepus is number 7, who's trying to lead the competition in the dust. And it looks like he's heading for the water. Right now, numbers 1, 2, they are all battling for dear life. And number 8 taunts for more. As Beepus number 2, we made by Kenny Days, one half of the Days Buzz, who won a tag team title in 2015. And Kenny Days is for the rest. Which means Michael Garcia will have an easy command of the lead here, folks. And who will get the next command people as Michael Garcia makes his way up the hill? It is Casey Bakersfield. That's who. Kelly says in 5th place for the pack. Right now, guess who's way behind in the competition? It's numbers 1 and 2. Number 1 passes from us, so he will be in dead meat here. We passed the 1 minute mark of this race. As the next viewers we may by Amir Jackson, who's trying to catch up with the other child in a hurry. Michael Garcia is getting tailgated by Amir Jackson and Kenny Days. They're both approaching. It's a freeway battle for the lead. We'll find out which one will come out on top in just a matter of moments. Next viewers belongs to number 2, who's trying to lead number 1 in the dust, and he leads him easily. He leads number 1 easily behind the pack. Right now, number 1 really near a lot of speed bumps from the crowd. But back to number 2 we go. He holds off Casey Bakersfield at number 8 in the freeway battle for 5th place. And right now, number 1 won't get any help every now and then. As the next speed bus belongs to number 7. That's his second speed bus of the race. Coming catching up to the pack. And the Amir Jackson's going to rest. That means Kenny Days will have command of the lead, and he should hold on easily. As Casey Bakersfield gets his second speed bus of the race, let's see where he will wind up. I think it's going to wind up in 2nd place over Michael Garcia. Yup, 2nd place. Kenny Days should wrap up another fine victory for himself, and Kenny Days eases out with a win. As number 7 gets the next command of speed bus, and that's going to do it right now. We want him in 4th place on the pack. Casey Bakersfield came in 2nd, and Michael Garcia came in 5th. And those poor Switch are getting left behind the pack. So Kenny Days and the Days Brothers seal the victory for this race. That means we're at halftime. We'll be right back in the second half, but first have a look at this. Alright, we only need to do 6 more races this week, and then we will have our summer break. So tell us who do we have next, Paul. Alright, race number 7, the start of the second half, will feature Chris Nelson, the Jersey Devil John Stevenson, Zach Allison, and the 2014 Rising Stars champion Steve Waymore. What's gonna happen in this race? We'll find out soon enough. Good luck to these 4 players on the quest for victory, and please start the race! Here we go! They're off and running, and it looks like Zach Allison's gonna rest, so he will be left behind the crowd. He's searching for his 5th win of the season. Chris Nelson and Steve Waymore searching for their 4th, while John Stevenson still searching for his 2nd win. Who will get that win? We'll find out soon. Right now it looks like Chris Nelson and Steve Waymore, the 2014 Rising Stars champion, are going to be battling for the lead. Which one of them will prevail? We'll find out soon enough. As the first superstar gets people to start the second half, it's number 7. Trying to lead the other Switch out in the dust. Right now, number 1 is getting left behind in the competition. And it looks like he's going to head for the water, trying to get the ground over the competition. As speed bus number 2 on this race will be made by Chris Nelson, who's trying to catch him in a hurry. And he got over that one, and he pauses for more and trying to get to attention. And number 2 pauses for more, and so he will be jumping down to last place. So now he has to deal with number 8 for dear life for the pack. We passed the 1 minute mark, and number 1 taunts for more, as number 8 will get the next command of speed bus. Now catching up to Chris Nelson, and number 7 in the freeway battle for 4th place. And right now it is Zach Allison who has the lead, following in a close second by the 2014 Rising Stars champion Steve Waymore. Who will get the next command speed bus? It's number 7 as his 2nd speed bus of the race, now leaving numbers 1 and 2 in the dust. Right now, numbers 1 2 are getting left behind. And down goes number 2. And he almost ran out of course. Both him and number 1 really need some help. But back to number 7. And he now catches up to the pack. He moves up a couple more places thanks to back-to-back speeders. Now he is in 3rd place for the pack. Right now, Chao Racing leading over the Jersey Devil John Stevenson by a short distance as he heads for the home stretch. As he will get the next command speeders, trying to put this race early. He wants to prevent John Stevenson from making a pass. Will John Stevenson make the miracle pass, or will Chao Racing hang on? We'll find out soon enough. Next race belongs to number 2, and he doesn't need to go to rest. He was pouring number 1 in the dust, and John Stevenson is making the pass from Chao Racing. We might see an upset, folks, as number 7 gets the next speed bus, bringing a total of 4 speed buses for this race. John Stevenson holds off Chao Racing on a miracle comeback. What an amazing comeback by the Jersey Devil John Stevenson. So he gets his 2nd win after all this time, as number 8 will close out the speed bus for the race. John Stevenson can't believe he pulled off an amazing comeback. So he gets 2 wins on the board, and we'll be right back with more, right, Brian? Right, we'll be right back with more. What a deal. Alright, Paul, who do we have next? Race number 8 will feature Ireland's fabulous warriors, Steve Wingman, one half of the Miller Trainers, Dave Miller, who has some remarkable 10-3 in his win-loss record so far this season, along with Chris Schneider of the famous Go-Getters, and last year's runner-up, Gary Coles. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a Chao race! And Gary Coles is one of us, so let's watch Steve Wingman, Dave Miller, and Chris Schneider. These 3 will be battling for the opening edge, but which one will have full command on this race? We'll find out in just a matter of moments. Dave Miller is currently tied with Chris Menacos for the best record with 10-3. Tonight he is looking for his 11th win in his career, as Steve Wingman will have full command of the lead because Dave Miller and Chris Schneider are both dancing. So Steve Wingman will have full command of the lead, and he is scored as he is about to take the water. And number 1 positive one, as the first superstar to get speed bus is Chris Schneider of the Go-Getters. He's better to take the bridges. And right now, guess which 2 Chao are taking a shortcut? It's Gary Coles and Dave Miller. Dave Miller has leading over Gary Coles at the current moment. Which one will come on top? We'll find out soon enough. This should be an exciting showdown between Dave Miller and Gary Coles, as speed bus number 2 will be made by number 8, who desperately needs a catching up every now and then. Now he's in the lead over the 4 Silver Chao. Right now, Chris Schneider and number 7 are both getting left behind. And number 7 possible one, so he's going to have a lot of catching up to do after this now. We passed the 1 minute mark of this exciting race, as Chris Schneider gets the number 10, now trying to catch up with the pack. And right now, Dave Miller leading over Gary Coles by a short distance as they both approach the wall. And it looks like Dave Miller's going to leave Gary Coles in the dust. And this time Chris Schneider goes for consecutive. That's 2 speed buses in a row for Chris Schneider, and the 3rd of the last 4 speed buses in this race. Right now, number 7 is getting left behind in the competition, as he will get the next command speed bus, but I don't think it will be enough to stay alive. He's going to battle number 2 for last place. Right now, Dave Miller should have this race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen, an easy win over Gary Coles. As we head back into number 7, that makes 2 in a row by 2 in a row for Chris Schneider and number 7. And number 7 was able to move up a couple of places that time, so now he leads over the 4 Silver Chao. And as Chris Schneider takes another turn, it looks like Dave Miller's going to win this one. Yep, Dave Miller got his 11th win of his remarkable 2016 season. He finished off the first half with a strong note. He's doing a pretty good job this year. We'll find out how the second half will fare in just a few months from now. As number 1 will have the next command on speed bus, leaving the other Silver Chao and Chris Schneider in the dust. Gary Coles came in 2nd, and Steve Wingman will have to settle for 3rd place. And we have just enough time for 1 more speed bus of this race, and it will be made by number 2, who really needs the catching up to do, and he's better to stay in last place on the pack. Alright, so in his 14 races so far, Dave Miller has won 11 of them, including this win here tonight. Wow, he's doing a pretty good job this season. We'll see him in the second half. Back in a bit, do not go away. Well, we still have a couple more races to get through in our mid-season finale. That's right. Next up for race number 9, we have John Miller, the newest brother of the Miller brothers, along with Joey Atkinson, Eric Crosby, and Jeff Narris. I can't wait to find out who's going to win this one. Well, there's no time to waste. Please start the race. Okay, the next group of participants are off and running. Which one of them will get the victory this time? We'll find out soon enough. Right now, the Ford Chao really needs to get some more wins to get back in the playoff hunt. There's always the rest of the season in 2 months, starting with the second half. But let's get back to this race. And it looks like John Miller will have command on the lead, following a close second by Jeff Narris. And it looks like John Miller is flying down the water. And Jeff Narris seems like he's heading for the water too. As the first superstar gets speed bus is Joey Atkinson, who was going to rest, but he woke up immediately, trying to leave the other Super Chow in the dust. Right now, number 1 is way behind in the competition of the Cameron, as Joey Atkinson gets back-to-back speed buses on the race, and there he goes! He's flying down the aisles. That should move up a couple more places with that flying ability. Well, anyway, John Miller has the lead. Jeff Narris sits in an easy second place, as the next list belongs to Eric Crosby. And now he's catching up with numbers 2 and 8 in the battle for 4th place. Or the pack. Right now, number 7 is getting left behind in the competition. But guess who really needs some help? It's number 1, that's who. But let's get back to Eric Crosby. That speed bus makes it 2 in a row by 2 in a row for Joey Atkinson and Eric Crosby. All speed buses are consecutive so far, as John Miller approaches the wall, trying to get an easy victory on the pack, as number 1 will have the next command speed bus, but he's still way behind in the competition at the current moment. Right now, Jeff Narris wants to make a miracle comeback from John Miller. Will he make it happen, or will John Miller prevail in an easy victory? We'll find out soon enough. As John Miller is going to rest, the next bus belongs to number 7, who leaves number 1 in dead meat here. Poor number 1 won't get any help every now and then. He's going to be left behind for sure. And who will get the next command speed bus? It's number 8, that's who. Now battling with Joey Atkinson for 3rd place for the pack. At the back of my fun, looks like John Miller trying to hold off Jeff Narris for an easy victory. He should be able to hold off him for an easy victory. He's going to get a win on his board. As number 7 will have another turn in the command now. You can tally up 1 point for John Miller. So he finishes off the first half with an exciting win. And number 1 can just forget about this race as he flies down the aisle. And I think he went a little too far that time. As number 7 is expected to close this one out with back-to-back speed bus. He easily leads on number 1 in the dust. And John Miller gets the number 5 victory. That's right, and we're back with more. Do not go away. Okay, Paul, tell us who we have next. Race number 10 will feature the 2016 Rookie Challenge winner Barry McKenna's. One half of the Days fellas, Tommy Days, the son of the licensed to drive Alan Heaton Jr. and Howard Miller of the Miller Traders. And I promise you, still to come on this mid-season finale, Garrett Dayton looks to repeat as Superstar of the Week. That should be pretty exciting. But right now, let's see who will win this race. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race! Here we go. They're off and running for this race. Who's gonna win this one? We'll find out soon enough. These Chow are approaching their skills to the test. One of them will walk away with a win and never enjoy it while they're at the summer vacation for the summer. Let's see who will get that win tonight. And it looks like Barry McKenna's dancing. And there goes Alan Heaton Jr. He has full command of the lead over the competition right now. He's going to head for the water. That should gain some serious ground over the competition, as number 7 wins the winning toss this time around, and he can't forget about going to rest for a very long time. He's trying to stay alive in the pack. Howard Miller wants to make a comeback here, as these two are heading for the water. And who will get speed bus number 2 in this race? It's going to be none other than the 2016 Rookie Challenge winner, Barry McKenna. And it looks like Tommy Davis is going to rest. And it looks like Albert Heaton Jr. is going to rest. But he still has a commanding lead over the competition right now, as the next bus belongs to number 7, who leads point number 1 in the dust. That was a good speed bus right now. Now he's catching up with the other Chao in a hurry. Poor number 1 is getting left behind in the competition. And number 8 pauses for 1. And number 1 taunts for 1, as he will get the next command speed bus. But I think he's still a long way to go before he can get back in this one. I don't think he'll get any more speed bus every now and then. Meanwhile, Albert Heaton Jr. continues to have a dominating good time. This will be his 6th win of the season, bringing a total of 6 wins in his 2016 season so far. As Howard Miller of the Middle Trailers will get a turn now, going safely in the easy 2nd place behind ahead of Barry McKenna. Right now, number 1's getting left behind, as number 8 will get a turn, and down goes number 2. That's going to cause some serious damage. And down goes number 1. And number 1 is getting in last place. He's not going to get any help at all. Number 1's going to be left behind for sure. Back to number 8, and he can forget about going to rest. He moves up a couple of places that time. And back up in front, Albert Heaton Jr., the son of License to Drive. This win will make it 6 in his 2016 season so far. No one's going to catch up to the son of the License to Drive in a hurry. As number 2 will have the next command speed bus, you can target 1 point for the son of the License to Drive, Albert Heaton Jr. A dominating performance by the son of the License to Drive. So he will finish the first half with a total of 6 wins in this season. And we have just enough time for 1 more speed bus of this race. It will be made by the Middle Trailers, Howard Miller. He'll come in 3rd place ahead of Tommy Davis of the Days Brothers. Alright, Albert Heaton Jr. has 6 wins as he enjoys his summer vacation. That's right, coming up we got Chris Monaco's ready for another exciting victory. But first, let's have a look at this. Well, we have only 2 more races before we head into our summer break for the next 2 months. So, Paul, who do we have first? Well, first up for race number 11, we have Chris Monaco's, Christopher Walker, Thomas Linklater, and Corey Sanchester. Everyone is on the clock. So, without further ado, let's rock this place! And there goes Chris Monaco, busting down the line. He is leaving the yellow competitors in the dust as he shakes down the palm trees. So far, he has 10 wins in his first half. This will be his 11th win, and it's sure to be an exciting one. So he should have 11 wins heading into the summer break. I don't think anyone else can catch up to Chris Monaco's in a hurry. And who will get the winning toss this time around? It's number 2, Natsu. That'll be enough to take the lead over the 4th to Chao. And right now, guess who really needs some help every now and then? It's number 8, Natsu. But speed bus number 2 will be made by number 1, who is poor number 8 in the dust. Right now, Chris Monaco should have an easy lead over the competition right now. He is heading over the hill as the next bus belongs to number 7, who's battling out with Christopher Walker and number 1 in the freeway battle for 5th place. Right now, number 8 is getting in last place. We passed the 1 minute mark. Number 8 is getting left behind in the competition. He's going to need a couple of speed busts if he wants to get back in this one. And this is the first of them. Right now, Chris Monacos trying to defend the lead. He's headed for the water. I think he should have an easy victory on the pack. Back to number 8. He's still way behind in the competition. And I don't think he'll get any more speed busts every now and then. He's going to be left behind for sure. Meanwhile, Corey Sanchez will be a miracle to get a win on the board. But I think Chris Minardi's going to hold on easily. Next for us belongs to number 2, who's battling out with Thomas Winkler at number 1 for 3rd place on the pack. Right now, number 8 is getting left behind the competition still, but I think he's going to hit the wall first. Yep, he's going to hit the wall. And who will get the next command speed bus? It's Corey Sanchez. That's his second speed bus in the race. He easily dominates over 2nd place right now, but Chris Minardi should get his 11th win in this remarkable season. As Thomas Winkler gets the next command speed bus, Chris Minardi secures another easy victory on the competition. So Chris Minardi gets another win, and number 8 can just forget about this race every now and then, as Thomas Winkler will get back-to-back speed bus in 3rd place. And we have just enough time for one more speed bus on this race, and it will be made by number 2. That will be enough to take the lead over the 4 Silver Chao. Alright, so with Chris Minardi's remarkable win, it is time for our main event when we get back from our break. That's right, we'll be sending our main event right after we find out about this. So Paul, it's time for Week 13's main event here on mid-season finale in Miami, Florida. And boy, time sure does fly when you have fun. That's right. And for this week's main event, we have our returning champion, the Gundam Star Master Garrett Dayton, along with our defending champion, Walter Craigson, Larry Monroe, and Raymond Hill. This week's main event is presented by our executive proud partner, Wendy's. During the first half of the season, Wendy's has donated about $1.6 million towards your favorite charities. We'd like to sincerely thank our Wendy's staff for all the support they have done. Let's have a Chao Race! Alright, so who will win Week 13's main event presented by Wendy's? We'll find out soon enough. These 3 Chao, 4 Chao heading for the palm trees. They're going to bring down that coconut shake food. Walter Craigson will win tonight, should be able to hit the 500 mark in his road to VP campaign. And there he goes, along with Raymond Hill. These 2 will be battling for the lead at the current moment. As Raymond Hill wins the winning toss for this week's main event, presented by our executive proud partner Wendy's. He's better to take the water. Right now he is number 8, who is way behind in the competition right now. As speed bus number 2 will be made by our defending champion, Walter Craigson, who is also one half of the defending tag team champions, along with the steel curtain Aaron Miller. And right now, Garrett Dayton scored the best, and it looks like someone else is scoring the best, as Garrett Dayton will have the next command speed bus, the Gundam Star Master everyone also lost, now battling with Raymond Hill for 2nd place, along with number 7. And right now, guess who's way behind? It's number 8, that's who. Larry Monroe also really needs some help. Who will get a chance? It's Larry Monroe! That's who, as we pass the 1 minute mark, trying to pass numbers 1 and 2 in the battle for 5th place over the pack. Meanwhile, Walter Craigson continues to dominate over Raymond Hill, as next list belongs to number 8, who desperately needs for catching up to do. Now he's getting back in this one, and down goes number 2. That's going to cause serious damage. Number 1 is catching up to him, as the next list belongs to Raymond Hill. That's his 2nd speed bus of the race. Now in 3rd place, ahead of number 7. It's Garrett Dayton, who's in 2nd place right now, and our defending champion should have an easy victory with Walter Craigson. As number 2 will get a turn now. Now battling with Larry Monroe and number 8 for 5th place on the pack. And number 1 is getting left behind in the competition. I don't think we'll get any help from the fans at all. Next list belongs to, in just my moments, next list belongs to number 7, who dominates over the 4 Silver Chao and Larry Monroe. And Walter Craigson should have his race all up to, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to get his 2nd Superstar of the Week honors. His first was back in Week 1. Walter Craigson wins this one for his Springfield fans. As Larry Monroe will get the next command because Walter Craigson gets his 2nd of his 3 Superstar of the Week honors, and he will jump to the 500 mark in his win-loss record, 7-7 to be exact. And we have just enough time for one more speed bus of Week 13's mid-season finale, and it will be made by number 8. So, Walter Gregson gets his second Superstar of the Week honors. His first was all the way back in week 1 when we did our season premiere. That's right, congratulations to him, and we're back to wrap it all up after the break. Well folks, I just want to thank all of our staff and supporters for helping making our Chao Racing 2016 so far a big success. And we hope that we will have many more great races in the second half of our 2016 season here on Chao Racing USA. And congratulations to Walter Gregson, our Superstar of the Week for week 13 here in Miami, Florida. That makes his second of his Superstar of the Week honors, and he's back on the right track in his road to repeat. Well, we're now into the summer break, and we hope that many more races will come in the second half of our season. So until then, this is Spanish signing off. Keep on smiling, have a great summer vacation, and so long everybody! This is Paul Sycamore signing off. Join us in 2 months from now for the remainder of Chao Racing 2016 season here in the USA for all the excitement in the world. Same time, same channel. See you then!